So obviously being down a big piece today, what was different at both ends of the floor playing without Jaden, and how did your team handle it?
Well, I thought we did a good job of rebounding, first of all. I thought that was key. We only allowed 5 offensive rebounds, and then only having 9 turnovers. Having 10 turnovers the other night in the first half was devastating for us. We generated offense for Indiana and let them get their head up, and just dug ourselves a hole. So I thought at times you can execute and not make a shot or a good shot, and that's just part of it. But when you take good shots and you don't turn the basketball over, when you miss it, you got a better chance of setting your defense. You're just not, allowing them to, you do good things, you should be rewarded from it, but sometimes you're not. But when you do bad things, bad shots and turnovers normally end up a foul at the other end or a layup or a good shot or an open three. And so it just kind of crumbles you, everything that you're working for. And I thought tonight we did a good job on the glass. We didn't allow them to get a lot of putbacks, even though they got a couple. And then we took care of it, and we executed. We kind of got simple and went, more just, directly to the post. Obviously, getting Pete Nance in foul trouble really helped us in this game. But defensively, we didn't do anything differently. We probably just went in the post a little bit more, tried to get Sasha involved a little bit more from an offensive standpoint.
Matt, how close was Jaden to going? Is it still going to be a day-to-day thing with him?
I have no idea. I just, whenever they say he can go, and if they say he can't go. So I just, just preparing your team kind of the same way, even though we're going to run some things a little bit differently. I think that's the only thing that would be different. We run some things for him, even though we don't run a bunch of things for him. We'll see. If he can go on Thursday, great. If not, other guys got to step up and play. I thought we had some really good production. I thought Eric Hunter had a great game. Isaiah didn't turn the basketball over. Ethan Morton was very solid. Caleb First at 7 points in that one stretch was really, really beneficial. So I thought our bench did a really good job. And then Sasha playing well, really balanced things out. And but the one thing I think is important is not to take for granted our big guys. If one big guy played tonight and got 24 and 20, people would be like, man, that's an unbelievable game. Well, that's what our guys got tonight. And so you have to give them credit, for what they do in their per 40 minutes. And I thought both of those guys just caused a problem, for them, just their presence alone. We'll get better in terms of, making shots around the rim, being efficient in those areas. But we just got to keep grinding and keep making it tough on the defense.
And Isaiah had 2 big three-pointers in the second half there with Northwestern kind of closing the gap. But he said as a shooter, making a shot is one of the last things that he's really focused on or worried about. But how much confidence and how much does it help the offense? How much confidence does it give the team? And how much does it help the offense when his shots are falling and he is shooting with confidence?
It's not just him, it's anybody. We had a chance to really open this up. Sometimes you get threes and they're kind of end of the shot clock, tough threes. We had a lot of open ones not go down for us. And Isaiah making those 2 threes in that stretch right there, because they were cutting into it. They took the start the second half. They had 3 really tough shots go in to start there. That kind of happens. They had 2 shots, at the end of the first half. They take some tough shots, go in. So that's sometimes just kind of the way a game, unfolds. So you got to be able to counter. You got to score on your end. So when they're overdoing things in the post, when guys step up and make those shots, now you have them. You have the chance to post up and stay one-on-one. If they want to double and throw different people at them, you got the skill to be able to make them pay by hitting those threes.
Anything else?
All right.
Just what was the explanation on the whistle there?
Oh, man. I don't know if I know every single rule, but I've read the rule book, and I don't have it memorized or anything, but I got a pretty good feel on it. I just haven't seen that. He says they get 1 shot. He says, so if somebody sprains their ankle or loses their shoe or whatever, if someone's down at the other end, you get 1 shot. And I just says, well, where does that say that in print in the rule book? Because I've never seen that in 30 years. And I didn't get an answer to that because I don't think it does. But I don't know. I'm not an official. I'm just a coach that thinks he knows. I don't really know. I try to know, but there's things in officiating that none of us know. That rules will happen. You'll be like, hey, this is wrong. Then all of a sudden you'll get with an official and you'll ask them and they'll explain it. And you'll be like, well, I'm a dope. That was foolish. I was wrong again. And so like I was like hesitant, but I'm like, hey man, where does this say this? Because I was always at the understanding that it was advantage, disadvantage. Like that was my understanding. Like if you drive and then you're getting a basket and you miss it and now you got the ball right at the rim, you still have the advantage. Like why should you be punished that someone fell down there? Like that's like, but the health and safety of everything was he's okay. I know he's at the other end, but he's okay. If something's set up where someone has gotten crumbled and they're falling on the ground and you got 2 to 3 people that were just hovering over them and someone can get kicked or something can happen. I understand that whistle because this guy here's got ready to get kicked in the head. But when he's at the other end and he's hurt his ankle or whatever, like he's still, from a health and safety standpoint, he's okay, right? So I didn't understand that, but I don't think that's in print. But we are going to find out. But it's just one of those things where he probably blew the whistle. And then like afterwards was like, hey, you get one crack at it. Like, you know, it's kind of like when 2 people get the ball at the same time, it's like an automatic travel, right? Right? Like you've seen 2 people get the basketball on the same team. But if I have the ball and you have the ball and we both have a pivot foot and we don't move our pivot foot, then why is it travel? I don't know.
You've seen that called every which way.
You've seen it called every which way. But where does it say that in the rule book? But yet we have this opinion of it that whatever, like, you know, we need to get concrete with some things to say, hey, it's not a travel or it's an automatic travel or like, you know, things just have to get clear so we all know what we're doing. So you guys can write a story that's truthful. That's what we really need. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.